Hi, this is Chris. Today I'm going to do a one-source collage in my one-source collage book. So I'll go towards the back. I have a lot of collages in here now. Okay, and I will do a collage on this page. And I was going through some old magazines, not real old magazines, just older magazines. And this one is from the beginning of this year, Britain Magazine, January 2025. And so I was going through, I pulled this out because they always have a recipe. And this recipe actually sounded kind of good, beetroot soup. So I have beets in my garden, I don't really know what to do with them. So I pulled that recipe out just to save for later. So let's see if there's something in here that I can use to make a collage. Okay, I saw some images that interest me, but I'm not yet sure how I will use them. I don't have any idea, so I'm going to go ahead and pull some images out and then see what I can do. Okay, I still don't know what exactly I'm going to do, but I thought it would be kind of nice to have something iconic here, maybe in the background, or this ruined cathedral, the Whitby Abbey in Yorkshire. And of course this is the Tower of Big Ben. And then the iconic phone box. And some heather fields. And then here's a house. And this guy, he's kind of big. He would just about fit. So we'll put him as our subject. There's another house. Here's the same abbey in a different lighting conditions, and our same guy smaller. So I'm going to cut out some pieces and start laying them down and see how they go. This is what's on the back, and I'm going to keep that. That's just too cute. Okay, now let's see. I need to take out a page. I may end up doing 2 pages. which I have done a couple times before. So if one page is too small, I will glue 2 pages together, make one large page. So he would just barely fit on there. And he could stand here in the grass, and we could put some of these lions back over here like that. Or we could put this ruin back here. Okay, so I'm not liking this building here, so I thought I could put this in front of it. But the tree needs to go in front of the castle ruin. Something like that. And then I have this so I can get a better visualization. And I would like that to be more in the background. So, put him here. And I cut out the windows because it was just showing more ruin behind. You couldn't really see what it was. But now all the building shows through it. But that kind of looks like it could be part of the ruin. And then he can be stepping in the heather. Now, what else can we put in there? Should we put the lions in there? They're kind of small. I'm going to try one. This one's a little smaller, so he can go a little further back. Actually, this one could maybe come a little bit closer. That one could be there. I need at least 3. Okay, so I think, I hate to cover up his brogues, but heather is a pretty tall plant. And he could be shin deep in it. Or he could be more shallow in it. Okay, I'm going to clean up my desk so I can put this on my grid and see if it's even. Okay, I putzed around with him a little bit. And I think I have what I like. I could move this lioness over a little bit more. Just a tad. Alright, I have the top of my page, you can't see it, but I have the top of my page, which is the magazine page, and here, lined up with my grid as best I can. And then I have my frame lined up on my grid too, so that'll help me see if things are logical. Because Surreal still needs to be logical in things like perspective. So I'm going to start gluing down. I have some art glitter glue here. I think I just glued that to my table. So the scale doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to be logical. I'm going to mark this. I like to have a little bit of a border, so that'll work. Alright, now I'm going to go through. See, I did glue it to my table, but we can fix that. So I'm just going to get some of the pieces here that are not glued. Okay, now I'm going to see if I can cut it. This cutter isn't very sharp. Sometimes it just tears. So on this side, I'm only going to cut to there and there. Oops! Oh, I cut off his whatever it is, walking stick or something. So here's how we repair that. Get that repaired before we go any further. I'll just stick this under there. All right. Now, all right. So we're going to put this on here like this. Okay, we have all the edges down. And now we're going to blend it all together with our Stabilo All Pencil. Do I want black or do I want brown? Because there's a lot of brown in his outfit, but there's a lot of black also. I think I'll do black. So it's nice and sharp, but tip will probably break off as soon as I start, because that's what they do. This is brown. I wanted black. Okay, I wanted black. I'm not being precious about it. Because in the past, I would get too precious about stuff, and I would just get upset because I couldn't do it perfectly. Okay, I also, where I accidentally cut this, I also put a little pencil on there, and when we blend it in with water, it'll make those little cut lines disappear. And this covers up any of the little white edges from the magazine paper. And then I can come in here and I can do a little scribbling to make the edges feel more cohesive. Okay, and I'm just going to go around all the cut edges. This is a very dark image, so it's going to be difficult to see. All right, now we need water and a brush. And now we'll dissolve the Stabilo All pencil because it's a water-soluble pencil. And I just like to work it into the edges of the paper so that all the cut marks sort of disappear into the whole design. Okay, now by establishing some shadow areas, it helps to bring out a little of the realism, and so it has sort of an ambient light, but I think it's generally coming from this direction, so I'm putting shadows on that side. And with the magazine pages, it doesn't soak in right away, so you have a chance to sort of work with it. Okay, so where's our book? There is our book. And he goes in right here. And then I'm going to take the magazine and I'm going to put right here that this was from Britain Magazine from January 2025. So here I did in July 2025, same magazine. Here I did Via Magazine, and here I did Extraordinary Things to Cut Out in Collage. Okay, so I think it might be on that recipe page that I tore out earlier. Use this one here. And well, I don't think I wanted the price on there. Okay. Close enough for government work. I think that's all I had on there for that one. Alright, then I put the date. What is today? I think it's October 5th. And then I put the date, not the date, but I put the page number on here. So this will be number 11. I'll do it in the black soot. All right. I'll just clean that off with a little water. All right, there's my collage. What would you call this collage? What would you say? Walking with Lions? It's very dark and moody, which is typical of Scotland, especially this time of year. So thanks for watching and have a great day collaging. Bye-bye.